if I could just ask everyone to please take a look at their cell phones, and when we're in chambers, we try to keep our cell phones on a silent mode so that we're not interrupted by phones ringing and that sort of thing. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming tonight to this community meeting about the Vittoria Old Town Hall. My name is Heidi Van Dyke and I work here at Norfolk County as the General Manager of Corporate Services, and I am pleased to be your facilitator for tonight's meeting. Just a few housekeeping items to start. I'm not going to talk very long because we want to have the mic open to hear from all of you. We are meeting here at the County Administration Building this evening because, as you can see, this room is set up really well for this style of meeting. We have lots of microphones in the room if there are any questions, as well as we have the podium where everyone will be speaking from tonight. The washrooms are right in behind here. There's a hallway right in behind. You can access either through this door or the door to my left, a men's and women's washrooms in the back hallway if you need them. Should we have a building emergency, there are 2 fire exits. So anyone that's sitting on this side of the room, you would exit down the stairs, the same stairs that you came in. Anyone sitting on this side of the room, you would exit out this door, and Sarah, who's wearing the green jacket, would meet you out in the hallway and show you where the stairwell is down. You would go down the stairs and you would exit out the side building onto Court Street. So the scope of tonight's meeting, we are going to be talking about the Vittoria Old Town Hall. At the previous community meeting, there were 2 other parcels of land that are part of the county's land review project. And at that time, we were doing community engagement about those 2 parcels as well, as part of 13 parcels that we're looking at as part of the county land review project. The community engagement for the County Land Review Project has been completed, and staff are working on a staff report for those properties that will be coming to council in the spring. So those 2 parcels we're not meeting about tonight. We're meeting about the Old Town Hall specifically. This meeting is being recorded, and the recording will be posted online on our Engage Norfolk page, where you've been able to get updates and information so far. And we also have staff members in the room to my left who are taking notes tonight. So we are here tonight to hear your ideas about potential future plans for the hall. All of the ideas and feedback that we receive will be included in a future report to council that we are planning for sometime in the summer, and more details about that will be available once we have the specific council date. I want to be really clear that no decisions about the future of the hall have been made, and it's not our intention to make any decisions tonight. We're here to hear your ideas. We are going to open the floor to speakers, and I would ask that if you are interested in speaking, that you come to the podium right there. On the podium, you'll see 2 arrow buttons, and you can use them to move the podium up or down to adjust the height that works for you. And on the microphone, the button to the right that has the little person, that's the speaker button. So you press that, the light will come on red. That tells you that the microphone is on. And then obviously you press it again when you're finished. And I would also ask that you please state your name before you make your statement. What we're going to do is we'll let everyone who wishes to speak have 1 turn at the podium and then we'll check in on the time before we go back for an additional round of speaking, just to make sure that we hear from as many people as possible in the time that we have. And I think that's it for housekeeping items. In terms of a recap of what's happened since the last time we had a community meeting, there were a number of questions and comments that were shared at the last meeting. The meeting video was posted online on the Engage Norfolk page, as well as all of the questions and answers. This meeting tonight was advertised online as well as on our social media pages, and there were advertisements in the local media. Written copies of the questions and answers and comment boxes have been placed in our Service Norfolk locations at branches of the Norfolk County Public Library and at the Recreation Center. And information has been shared with anyone who has requested it. So I think with that, we will go right to open up the floor to speakers. So if you are interested in speaking, again, I would just ask that people come one at a time to the podium. We're going to try to avoid a lineup just so that we can keep this pathway here open for building safety reasons. So if there's anyone who wishes to speak, please feel free to come to the podium. And again, before you give your statement, if you could just please state your name, that would be great. What am I looking for?
Gotcha. Thank you. Hello. Okay, perfect. So Norfolk County Council and staff, my name is Michelle Crandle, and I am a member of the Vittoria Town Square Preservation Society. On behalf of the society, many of whom are in attendance this evening, I would like to thank you for calling this second meeting. Following the first meeting on November 22nd, 23, the Society submitted our questions through the online platform and appreciated receiving replies with answers. Along with the results of the Freedom of Information Act requests, the Society has carefully reviewed and continues to review all pertinent material during our ongoing weekly gatherings in order to prepare appropriate solutions in keeping with the Society mandate of reestablishing the Vittoria Town Hall as a functional facility for public use as it was always intended, and through partnering with Norfolk County to continue management of the Town Hall as a sustainable asset, ensuring the Town Hall is fully restored and preserved as an important heritage structure within the historic town square. This mandate was formulated from the statement on the ever-growing public petition to save the Town Hall, now with over 2,000 signatures, along with many, many discussions between society and community members. An overwhelming majority believe that it is the ultimate responsibility of Norfolk County to save the Town Hall, not to sell, not to repurpose, and not to let demolition by neglect take hold. As many of you are aware, members of the Society have met with Her Worship, Mayor Martin, and our elected representative, Councillor Van Passen, for further discussion. Mr. Cridlin has been appointed liaison, and we thank him for his commitment to this important first step in forming a viable community partnership. Thus far, staff have answered correspondence regarding these endeavors, such as complete consultant reports and the already allocated $300,000, with more details expected to come in the very near future. The Vittoria Town Hall Preservation Society looks forward to continued consultation with Mayor Martin and staff on this incredibly important matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. Next speaker.
Okay, there we go. I'm Nancy Ratz, and I'm a member of the Society. And we care very deeply about this building. We believe by making step-by-step, sensible renovations that the Vittoria Town Hall can become a vital part of our community for the present and future generations. We have some talented and knowledgeable people who are willing to assist with this project. by being resourceful, resilient, and respectful, open and honest by all concerned, it will make this project easier to achieve results in having a useful community town hall again that we can be all proud of. One question I wanted to ask, and I did it at the last meeting, was what happened to the things that were inside the building? And I did read it on Engage Norfolk, and it just doesn't answer the question. What happened to the backdrop, the piano, tables and chairs, not so much, and the curtains? Does anybody know where it went? I think we should get an answer for that.
So Nancy, do you have other comments that you would like to make? Because if you do, feel free to finish, and then we'll see if we have any additional information that we can answer for your question.
That's it for me.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not sure whether we have any other information in addition to what was posted on Engage Norfolk. Okay, not tonight, but we can continue to investigate that. Okay, but we do have your question noted for the record for tonight.
There we go. Thank you so much.
Thank goodness for Sarah.
My name is Dan Fewings, and thank you for having us some time to speak. I was a Simcoe boy who left when I was 18, and I've taught 28 years in a far-off land up in Peterborough, but have returned to home. But this time I live in Vittoria, just outside of Vittoria, RR1, and I'm after a pretty fun career of doing drama and children's theater and music classes. I've managed to keep busy with all that this area has to offer. I do drive a long way to volunteer at the Waterford Town Hall, and their sense of history, heritage, and diversity is really going. I'm just one volunteer. I had no idea of even though I think I'm well read, the newspapers aren't what they used to be, and the internet, you can't trust it like you ever could. And so I never saw, in fact, that it was even needed. I didn't, I'm not I was going to where places were happening, and I knew when COVID happened, there was some arrangement where some agreement where someone was taking over and trying to get it going, but it never happened. And then I've recently heard it's a need. I know I have lots of time. I'm an old fart that wanders around looking for stuff to do, and I would love to do it in the town that I live in, doing children's theater or whatever, and help to put some energy, and there's music things that can happen. So I'm my comment is to both the council, you've got to preserve your history. You name it right above the stand here, and there's a lot of people that have come out to help, and we can rally that kind of support. The support is there in the community, and I'm so happy. Sorry to get late on the bus, but that so many of you showed up to the big meeting to really make it clear that there's a lot of people who care, and I'm just one. So whoever's running the society or the whatever, I will help in all the ways I can, and I know lots of people will. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name's Claire Levens, and I'm part of the foundation and on the scholarship board for the Vittoria Foundation District. I have a question and a comment. So do you want me to do question first or comment first?
I would suggest that you provide your comments first, and then we'll finish with your question.
Okay. So just a general comment, just to echo what everybody else has already said, is our motto does say history, heritage, and diversity. And I mean, I just took March break driving 7 hours to Old Montreal to see 200-plus-year-old buildings, and we have it here in our backyard, and we don't want to let that heritage and history go. So I do think, my comment is, I do think it is worth saving. It was where I received my Vittoria District scholarship, and it's where I would love to give the next scholarship for this year. And my question is, so at the last meeting, At the end of the meeting, I asked if we could have a hard copy provided to the foundation, and I know that it was at the library, which was awesome. However, because I live in Vittoria, I don't often access the library. It's just online for the audiobooks. So I did go to the annual general meeting in hopes that I would have a hard copy of all the questions and comments and answers at the foundation as I asked last time. However, it wasn't there. So then I had to do a lot of online digging, and I found the Engage Norfolk page just a little bit confusing. Anyways, all I'm asking is for a hard copy provided to the foundation, especially for those who don't have the ability to come into towns where there are the libraries, or don't have a vehicle, don't have a license, et cetera, or just not wanting to come into town, and they can get it from the foundation. So that's it.
So certainly, I can answer that, and maybe I would suggest, Claire, that at the end of the meeting tonight, if you could see the first Catherine right here. We have two Catherines. Catherine McCurdy is our Director of Communications, so if you could provide her with your email address, then we could email you a copy on behalf of the foundation to distribute to the rest of the members. Okay? Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
To the chairperson, staff, and council, my name is Gerald Smith, and I'm representing the Vittoria Women's Institute. Our branch of the WI has been an integral part of Vittoria since it was founded in 1938. Our members have continually supported youth programs, seniors, and partnered with fellow organizations in aid of the hall in past years. This historic heritage building represents our community, and all of Norfolk actually, because Vittoria was where it all started. We do understand the financial stress placed on the county and that difficult decisions need to be made. However, given the overall importance and the background history of the hall, the WI encourages County Council to closely examine what they decide will be the future of our town hall for all of the area tax-paying residents who do love the hall. The reported costs to repairs are substantial and do not have to be finished all at once. But we all have a responsibility to ensure our built heritage is preserved and maintained for the public to use and enjoy, as well as it being an asset to the county. This is because Vittoria was where Norfolk County, as we know it today, started. And today evolved from Vittoria was the judicial capital of London District in Upper Canada from 1815 to 1825. The Vittoria Town Hall plays a key role in sustaining our community, giving us a sense of belonging, and getting the county to work with our local groups and residents here in the village needs to be the first step, and we are willing to do this. This is something I think is so needed within our corporation, as you call it, as can bring the county and its residents together again and make us feel connected to our local government, which I fear is being lost. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
My name is Robert Judd. I had zero intention of speaking tonight, but I'm going to. I've been involved with Waterford for 35 years. I was instrumental in helping the trail start, the town hall, the museum, all of that. And so I have a little insight on how it could happen in Vittoria. and I've mentioned it to several people, but nobody mentioned it tonight, so I'm going to bring it up. The proposal for Waterford that worked the plan, they bought it for $2 from the county. They bought the town hall. They had a 12-person committee willing to do all the legwork, but the county paid the hydro, the heat, the insurance, and the maintenance for 8 years. Then it got passed back to this committee. During that time, they redesigned the entrances, the stairways, the furnaces, everything, all with funds that this committee built up, all while the county was floating all the funds for it. It worked, and as Dan said, it's the most successful thing going in the county. So my suggestion, maybe to the county staff, is maybe we could follow the same footprint, the blueprint, and do something similar. If there were 12 people younger than me and Nancy and that could take it on, I think that's the answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your suggestion. Anyone else?
My name's Dion Klitz. I wasn't at the first meeting. I didn't really catch on to that I could see what was going on there online or anything. I had requested some information that I never received. I do have a few questions that maybe have already been asked, I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask them again anyways. Who decided to lease out the town hall without asking the people? Just who decided to lease out the town hall is number one. Number two is, were the tax-paying community members consulted? If so, can I see a record of that? 3 was there an annual budget for maintenance? 4, how much was that budget? 5, when did this, excuse me, when did it stop being maintained? 6, who decided to stop that maintenance? 7, if there was a budget, where did that money go? 8 would be who did the estimate of repairs? And 9 is where can I get a copy of that estimate? I know that there's some people that would donate their time and effort to doing some of the work. And if this place all works for us, then it should be no problem to come to an agreement that makes us happy, not something that makes the corporation happy. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your questions. We do have them recorded. I believe that at least some of the questions we have posted answers to. So again, perhaps if there is a way that we can send you a copy of those of that as a hard copy, if you're not able to access them online, you can just let us know how to reach you at the end of the meeting. We can get those answers to you in a hard copy, and then if there remain questions that you feel haven't been answered, then you can let us know. That's okay? Great. Anyone else who would like to speak? Second call. Am I going for a third and final call? Okay. Well, that is our agenda for tonight. Really, this was to be for us to hear from all of you. So I certainly hope that everyone in the room feels like they have had the opportunity to speak if they have wanted to. And as I said, next steps will be that all of this feedback will be included in the report that staff will bring back to council for council's decision. That report we are targeting for summer. As soon as we have a specific date on that, we'll make sure that is posted on the Engage Norfolk page and it is shared. So unless there are any other speakers, I would thank you very much for, sorry? Certainly, everyone has had a chance to speak once, so if, Claire, if you would like to come up for a second time, yep, that's fine.
Okay. Just a quick question, just to go along with what, sorry for Catherine is gonna send. Is there a way we could get, so I know at the last meeting, the foundation was looked at and needed to be helped recovered, and the bell tower, and I think the electrical, I might be wrong. Is there like a categorized or itemized list of necessary things that have to be done in order for the building to create revenue? Like a, do you know, I don't know how else to phrase it, like a list of what needs to happen?
So my understanding is that the list of repairs that are required has been shared, and that information has been posted on the Engage Norfolk page. If that is part of, we will share with you by email anything that has been shared online as a hard copy. So if you have any additional questions, just like the other gentleman who spoke earlier, if you have any additional questions after that when you receive the hard copy, then you can let us know, okay? Okay, well, if there is nothing else, again, thank you very much for coming. I know that this is an important issue for all of you. We really appreciate you coming to this meeting tonight. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate those of you who decided to speak and to share your thoughts and your opinions with us. And we will absolutely have the recorded copy of this meeting posted. And we will be watching the meeting again to pull out all of the comments and the feedback that were shared so that that can be included as part of the report. Yes, certainly.
Yeah, I think, like, given that it's recorded, I think what gets lost is the silence, because people are really quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you could just turn your mic on, I think the button on the right.
There we go. Yeah, I just think, given that it's taped and it's sort of, people are here wanting to save this thing, and not everybody can do the BS like I can, and I'm being honest and sincere. I'm not BSing you, but folks, could we have, how many people have some time and can put a little more energy into a community hall that needs to be saved? And let's have the audience hear us, because we were reserved and didn't want to clap because we weren't sure if that was okay, but let's hear one for the town hall, Vittoria Town Hall. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for coming, and we will continue to keep the information posted for you.